Hey guys, hope you all have been well. Welcome back to my channel. I want to start off by apologizing for the hum in the background. That is my air conditioner. I'm working on finding a new mic for that, but I can't do this video without having the air conditioner on or I would just sweat this entire time and it's not going to be pretty. This video will be another Mac video. I know that you guys have been requesting more Mac videos, but with a small collection, with the amount of Mac videos I've already made for this channel, I need to be really creative and find unique ways to bring the same products to you, but like with a twist. So I thought today I'm gonna do blushes. I've done a few Mac videos on their lip products recently, so I decided that it's time to bring back in the blushes. I'm gonna be swatching the top 5 Mac blushes that I recommended to you, I think it was a year ago, but I'm pretty sure that was the latest one. And you've seen me like hold up the compact, talk about finishes, talk about what the color is like, who it's gonna suit, but I've never swatched them on my cheeks. So that's what I'm gonna do today. So those 5 blushes I have here with me. I will let you know what they are. And I'm gonna do like a pretty heavy swatch. Now I do have other MAC blushes, but I didn't wanna just like put everything in the video. I'm not sure how my skin is gonna take to that. So I will do my top 5 now. If you like the video, I can do another video or maybe 2, depending on how many I have left. I can do the other swatches for you at a later time. So with that said, let's get straight into the application and I will be putting the same color on both cheeks. So let's get into some swatching. So the first shade we have here is in Melba, and I would consider this sort of like a peachy pink shade. I run about an NC35, NC37 in MAC, and so for me this is kind of like an everyday blush. I can pack this color on and it really doesn't do much. I don't have to do much blending, don't have to worry too much about it. But if you're into a peachy pink shades, this is a really good choice. It is a cult classic and a lot of people, you know, have recommended this blush, and rightfully so. I think peachy pink is always a safe bet when it comes to blushes for a wide variety of skin tones and undertones. So if you're interested in a pinky peach everyday blush, I would highly recommend Melba. Next up we have Fleur Power, and this is pretty much like a mid-tone blue pink, and this is what the color looks like. If you're looking for a blush to replicate kind of that pinch look, this is definitely the one for you. I know that in the pan it doesn't look like it's going to be heavily pigmented, but I would be careful with this when applying it. It shows up very well on my skin, and different to the Melba blush, this I can definitely go overboard with. Use a lighter hand, even though it looks like you don't have to in the pan. But if you're into that kind of light flushed look, this is definitely the blush to go with. This is exactly what I wanted to prove. Like, my hair is already up because it's too hot. Please bear with me as I try to figure this whole thing out. Our next shade is Gingerly, another cult classic from MAC, and rightfully so. I'm pretty sure this easily makes my top 5 blushes of all time. And as far as the shade description, I would call this basically a neutral pink. So it does have that muted feel to it. On my cheeks, it's so easy to apply. The application is very similar to Melba, where you can't go overboard with it. I feel like Melba's is a much more like brighter pop of color, whereas this is very subdued. I think it's kind of something that pulls the look together as opposed to being a standout. It's kind of a nice backup dancer to the whole look. I think out of all my blushes, this probably has the biggest dent in it because of how frequently I've used it, and I have had this for a while and it still performs just as good as it did in the beginning. That's one of the things that I am very like happy with when it comes to my MAC blushes. Just the ones that I own, I can't speak for all of them. They've lasted me a really long time, and Gingerly is probably the one that has seen the most suffering. So here you have Gingerly, the neutral pink. Next up, we have the shade Pinch Me, and I would describe this as more of, I wouldn't say medium, it kind of leans medium, almost medium tan. However, different to Fleur Power, you can see like the tonal difference. Fleur Power is a cool tone or blue based blush, whereas this one is definitely warmer. It's kind of got that rosy feel to the cheeks, so there's a bit more depth in color, but also like a richer pigment of the color as well. So if you want something like a lighter flush, again, that pinch look, I would go with Fleur Power. Both do show up on my cheeks, just so you guys are aware. But this is more of a youthful color, where I feel like this one just, it has a bit more depth in it. It's a little bit more sultry on the cheeks. So there we have Pinch Me. All right, and lastly here we have Peaches. Again, one of my top 5 blushes of all time. This is more than likely the second biggest dent I have in any blush that I own, but I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. A peachy tone blush, almost clementine-like. I'm trying to get you the best color payoff on camera, as I do have some lights in the windows all exposing and just brightening everything up. Quite honestly speaking, this might be MAC's most popular blush. I've watched many a makeup collection and many people have this in their stash. And quite frankly put, if you're looking for a summer blush, this is absolute perfection. It is very easy to apply on the cheeks, and I just love the way that it looks. Kind of radiates that golden undertone with people who have tan complexion. Like, this is honestly the perfect go-to blush for tan skin. I feel like with a blush like this against a skin tone like mine, kind of lifts the vibrancy of like the complexion and just brings it to life. I feel like a peach blush, or any blush that kind of has a little bit of that peach coloring to it, it's a staple for people with tan skin. So that's why it's one of my favorite blushes, and one that I would honestly repurchase should I ever get through this entire pan. And that concludes this video, guys. There again, these 5, I don't know why I'm showing it to you, but these are the compacts. Those were my top 5 MAC blushes swatched on my cheeks. Finally, thank you for being patient with me. I think 5 was a really good number because my skin was starting to get irritated every time I would wipe the blush and foundation off. So next time I might have to just keep it with 5 and then maybe do a separate video, because I believe I have about 8 left. We'll see what we do. Do you guys even want more of these face swatch videos? Let me know. I did enjoy doing it, and I think it's a great mix-up to my MAC content. I love making MAC content because I feel the most confident talking about the MAC brand since I've used it for the longest time. This was the brand that started my makeup love. So we're talking like over a decade worth of use of this brand. And so any way that I can provide quality content, informative content to you guys, I want to be able to do that. So this makeup look, I don't think I'm going to put on Instagram because I didn't really do a full face, but if you're interested in the eye look, what you can do is just let me know down below and I could type that up for you if you're interested. But thank you guys so much for joining me in this video. Leave me your feedback down below, and until the next one, I hope you all are doing well, taking great care of yourselves. I will see you all next time. Bye guys.